Hi, I'm Michelle Cooper and I'm the Chief Executive of Point North. And many more people would probably know us as County Durham Community Foundation. We are an organisation, and some people don't like this, but I argue it's as simple as money in, money out. We work with local businesses, individuals who wish to support their local community, and they kindly donate monies through us. And then we get that money out to the really small grassroots groups that do such amazing work in the voluntary sector. So I'm really proud of the work that the foundation does in terms of listening to community groups, trying to make it as easy as possible to get the money out to them. I think one of the most transformational projects we did was launch something called the Poverty Hurts Work, or the Poverty Hurts Fund. And really it was a project that came out of the pandemic and then the cost of living crisis, and we just felt we had to do something as a community foundation to get more money out there to groups to do what was needed at the time. Community foundation monies are great, but often they're really restrictive, so trying to raise money that was much more flexible allowed groups to just meet the need as it walked through the door and just do what was needed, then that was really important for us, and we managed to raise over £1 million in a relatively short period of time. Impact on the VCSE sector, I think, is different for different people. We're really aware that as a funder we can't change the world. Poverty does hurt, which was the basis behind the fund that we've just talked about, Poverty Hurts Fund. But if we can just help make people feel a little bit better about today, then maybe tomorrow is a bit brighter for them. So if we can get funding out to those community groups that work with such diverse people walking through their door, then that's incredible. So we do fight poverty, we hopefully enrich lives. We work on a variety of projects that have a climate-related element as well, so there is impact in that sense. I think another thing that's really quite powerful that we as an organisation do is work with young people, try and give them some skills and opportunities. So we have a really diverse range of funds that we can actually get out to community groups to address a wide range of issues that they're working with in their communities. I think the next challenge for the VCSE sector is the challenge that we've always faced. It's just sadly getting bigger and more difficult. We as an organisation have actually seen some of the challenges of COVID and the cost of living crisis serve as a bit of an opportunity for us. We've actually worked hard on releasing some funds, trying to make them less restrictive, very much working with groups. We also took the opportunity to reflect on who we are as an organisation, and we're actually, we've gone through a brand refresh. We thought it was time, we needed to modernise, we needed to be more relevant. The reason behind that change though, and driving that change, is actually because the need is growing so great in our communities. We need to respond by raising more money. We need to get the money out to groups as quickly as possible. So the whole move to Point North was really to reflect the geographies that we work in much more, but also to help launch a fresh, modern approach to our work that hopefully can help community groups meet the demand that they're seeing. Not only are they seeing an increase in demand, but they're seeing all their costs go up as well. So we've just got to be there and try and help them as best as we can. We know we can't change the world, as we say, but if we can try and make today a little better for people, then that's pretty good for us. We've got a role both in the new local mayoral authority to try and kind of ensure there's a presence, there's a voice, there's an advocacy for the voluntary sector. I think we've got to help groups navigate the way through the new political system at Westminster as well. We just don't know what's happening there. So that's a real challenge, but we're always glass half full, so hopefully it will also throw up some new opportunities. There's definitely evidence that politics are going to change and put more power in the communities. So I think both ourselves and Von have a role to play in that, and making sure that communities have a voice and have an opportunity to make good with some public money. And I think all the evidence does show that the voluntary sector really does demonstrate incredible value for money. I think it's interesting because the Community Foundation is a network of members, and I think Von represents a very similar thing. It's about being part of something. It's about working with people. It's great to be able to advertise your job that you may have coming up, but actually it's about getting in meetings with like-minded people, trying to help people understand some of the challenges that CEOs across our sector are facing, and working together to see how we can actually maybe change things. And if we can't change things, can we try and influence things to try and drive change in the future? So for me, it's part of being something bigger. It's the usual way. On our website, pointnorth.org.uk. I think the really important thing for community groups is to know that there's an opportunity to just book a chat with the grants team. Every 2 weeks we run an open session, and the power's in the hands of the groups. They can just book a slot, have a chat with us, and email as well, info@pointnorth.org.uk. We really try to run a pretty open, approachable organisation, so you're always very welcome to get in touch.